I can't breathe, man. Please. Please let me stand. Please, man, I can't breathe. I'm about to die, just say.
Relax.
Man, I can't breathe in my face. Just get up.
What do you want?
I can't breathe.
I think you're tough, guy. You're not even resisting arrest, bro.
His whole nose is
Fought with him?
Bro, but why you just sitting there? He ain't doing nothing now. Put him in the car.
It'll kill me.
How long y'all gotta hold him down?
This is why you don't do drugs, kids.
It ain't about drugs, bro. Y'all understand
Yeah,
that?
y'all don't gotta put y'all
His neck, bro.
right.
He is
believe that the term defund the police means get rid of the police. I mean, think about it. I mean, the wording is a little off, but that's not what it means. Especially these political people. They're not saying get rid of the police. That, is not going to help their campaign. There are a lot of people upset. A lot of people chanting defund the police. But let's try to look a little bit at what they really mean, what it means, I should say, when they say defund the police. And of course, this has all come to a head because of what happened. The death of George Floyd at the hands or the knees of the police department. And that has led to a nationwide peaceful protesting. There has been peaceful protesting. Yes, there has been looting and rioting and clashes with the police. And of course, all this leading to activists raising the chant, defund the police. Now, back in June, the New York Post has the mayor, New York, Mayor Bill de Blasio, promising to divert an unspecified amount of money from the $6 billion funds going to the NYPD to youth initiatives and other social services. And he's in quoted saying, yes, policing matters for sure, but the investments in our youth are fundamental. Okay? This is in line with the defund the police movement. He's not getting rid of the police. Okay, come on, think about it. All right? LA City Mayor Eric Garcetti, he's also promised to divert, says here, about $150 million to help fund youth jobs, health initiatives, and what he calls peace centers. So again, that is not getting rid of the police. It is taking some of that funds that, we have been throwing a lot of money at them, and almost increasingly so every year or every few years. Nothing has really improved. So let's divert that somewhere else. Let's defund the police. Okay? Think about it. But that funding would go to provide services that could potentially reduce crime. All right, the programs that we've been talking about trying to start, but no one would give money to it. Everybody wants to say, hey, let's give it to the police, let's give it to prisons. That has proven to not help the problem. Patrisse Cullors, co-founder of Black Lives Matter. Okay, don't go running around screaming. All right, she, in an interview to WBUR radio in Boston, has said it is not just about taking away money from the police. Right? It's about reinvesting those dollars into Black communities. Right? She also goes on to say communities that have been deeply divested from, communities that some have never felt the impact of having true resources. And we have to reconsider what we're resourcing. I've been saying we have an economy of punishment over an economy of care. Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrice Cullors. Again, he's not saying defund the police, or rather, get rid of the police. The City Council in Minneapolis, they are proposing to, don't go running and screaming, dismantle and replace the city's police department through legislation. Okay, yeah, that might contrary to what I'm saying, but they're replacing it. So there's going to be something else there, all right? Maybe they won't call it the police department, but some of the jobs would be the same. Some of you good people could still have a job, all right? So it's would be an issue of, are you doing your job appropriately? Are you really doing your job and just saying, this is my job? All right, that's a problem we're having. Right. The council president, Lisa Bender, she's quoted saying, "It is clear that our system of policing is not keeping our communities safe." Right? Our efforts at incremental reform have failed, period. Okay? It's her quote. There's a problem. She knows where it's at, and she's trying to fix it. Sometimes you have to throw out the old and bring in the new. Again, don't go running and screaming. Come on, think about it. There's gotta be a transition. Things are gonna have to overlap. All right? Yeah, it's kind of contrary to what I said, but in a way it's not, because they're not getting rid of a service, just the bad elements. If you're not part of the bad elements, you have nothing to worry about. Contrary to all you opponents to defund the police, all right? Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden does not support defund the police, all right? He is more in favor of significant reform. So stop telling everybody, you vote for Biden, you're killing the police, all right? He's going to be too busy doing other things. Don't worry about your guns. His running mate, Kamala Harris, she has been quoted, or I'm quoting her from The View, saying something more definitive. And she is saying, we have confused the idea that to achieve safety, you must put more cops on the street instead of understanding to achieve safe and healthy communities. You put more resources into the public education system of those communities, into affordable housing, into home ownership, into access to capital for small businesses, and access to health care regardless of how much money people have. Okay? We're trying to advocate change, right, in a deeply rooted society, or systemic problem here, all right? But if you think about it, it sounds like social services 101. All you social service majors, you humanities majors may have had to take a social service class or something like that, right? Address the problem in the communities to eliminate some crime and other problems. Here's something for you more technical people. Remove the politics, remove, the specifics. At its core, it sounds a little like the scientific method of problem solving. Again, you have to understand the problem. You have to address every element of the problem to come up with a solution. Okay, all these years of funding the police have basically been putting a band-aid on the problem. But if you don't apply an ointment to the sore under the band-aid, it can still fester. And that is the problem we're having. Defunding the police does not mean get rid of the police. Come on, think about it. All right?